Hello ladies, gentlemen, and persons in between. My name is Tim Snowborn, and today I'm going to tell you about the rest of my trip home in this episode of Not So Serious Issues. So, as you know, I am currently in Minnesota visiting friends and family. I suppose by the time you see this I probably won't be, because I'm leaving in a couple of days. Had a good time with the family. I'm actually hanging out with my older sister right now, the same sister who had the niece you saw in my last mobile video. These are some more pictures of my adorable little niece. I love using these Snapchat filters on her. I realized that the camera on the Facebook Messenger app also has filters like these, and they're a lot of fun to use on babies. You can see more pictures like this on my Instagram account at Serious Issues 2017. Here's one. We took her to a local swimming hole and they had this foot washing thing, and she saw me doing it, so she had to try it. After hanging out with my family, I went back to Mankato, Minnesota, visit some friends, hung out there for a few days. It was great to see everybody. And then me and one of my good friends went to CONvergence 2017, and I will post pictures and maybe a video right here. Talk about that for a minute. They had a screening of the Rocky Horror Picture Show at the con with the full cast acting the movie out on stage in front of the screen. Here's a little footage of, this is how many con goers there were. Those are the party rooms over there. Lots and lots of people. Quite a gathering. So many costumes, you'll see. These guys made their costumes out of cardboard and duct tape mostly. I don't know what they colored them with, but it was pretty cool. Ran into Danny Sex Bag from Game Grumps and Ninja Sex Party, not trying to brag. Oh, my dad stopped by for an hour. That was nice. Oh, I ran into One Punch Man. Yeah, I gave him a little fist bump there, and you can see the tragic results. Really didn't think that one through. I am so glad someone dressed as Logan from the new movie. I thought that was pretty sweet. The kind of thing you can only see at a con. Pyramid Head. Get it? Huh? This is pretty sweet. I was, of course, not the only person to dress as an MST3K character. We had almost a full cast. We got all three human hosts, both of the robots. We got Brain Guy there and Manos. I myself would one day like to dress as Torgo. I think I'm going to get the stuff together to be Torgo one of these days. And probably Brain Guy too. Seems like a pretty simple costume to put together. Somebody dressed as Mrs. Mia Wallace from Pulp Fiction, complete with a big needle sticking out of her chest. Thought that was pretty sweet. Not one, but two Jareds from the Labyrinth in attendance. They had kind of an Old West Batman, Old West Superman, and Old West Wonder Woman, but I only got a picture with this guy. This is supposed to be the Batman. Guy dressed as Fezzik from The Princess Bride, complete with Dread Pirate Wesley on his back. I actually dressed as the Dread Pirate Wesley one year. I wanted to tell you about a little prank that I pulled on my friend Josh and Charlie when I was back in Mankato. I was up north spending some time with my mom, and then she drove me down to Mankato. The day that she dropped me off, Josh and Charlie and I went to have dinner with Josh's stepfather. And across the street from the restaurant we were at was a grocery store that I used to go to all the time when I lived there. And knowing what kind of food Josh usually has lying around the house, I knew that I better go over to that grocery store and get some of my own. So I told him that I wanted to go and get some stuff. Josh and Charlie wanted to go home and finish cleaning the house because Charlie was moving in soon. So they were both kind of anxious to get back and finish cleaning. So we briefly discussed whether or not they would wait for me or whether I would just walk home, because again, Josh's place is not far from the grocery store. But we didn't really come to any conclusions about what the plan was. I walked across the street to the grocery store and I saw Josh and Charlie get into Charlie's car. I was only in there for like 10 minutes. I just grabbed a few quick items, came outside, I looked around the parking lot, there's a few cars there. I didn't see Charlie's car, so I assumed that they went back to the house. I thought, okay, that's fine. I don't have much stuff to carry and it's not that far. So I went back to Josh's place and I found that they weren't there. They were still in the parking lot at the grocery store. And that's when I thought, I could call them and tell them that I'm here at the house, but it's more fun to see how long they're willing to wait for me. So I got settled in, I took Josh's dogs out for a poop. Half an hour goes by and Josh finally calls me. He's like, dude, are you still in there getting stuff? I said, yeah, I'm trying to find an employee to help me find the sauerkraut. I don't know where the sauerkraut is, and I can't find an employee to help me look for it. He's like, well, it's in the condiment aisle. Well, I don't know where the condiment aisle is anymore. They kind of switch things around. He hands the phone to Charlie, who's like, we are leaving. We have been waiting here for half an hour. We're going. I'm like, no, come on. I'm carrying all this stuff. He's like, well, you should have thought of that before you bought all of it. And remember, I'm still at the house at this point. So Charlie says, yeah, we're leaving if you're not out here in 5 seconds. And then he hangs up. 15 more minutes goes by. Charlie calls me back. He's like, dude, where the fuck are you? We have been waiting for 45 minutes now. And I said, oh man, I was just about to head to the registers when I realized I forgot a few things. He's like, we're going. This is it. I'm not kidding this time. And I said, no, just wait. I'll be right out. He says, are you really in there or are you just fucking with us? And I could sense that he was getting a little irritated, so I thought, oh, I better clue him in. So I was like, what's that, Charlie? I can't hear you over the sound of this YouTube video I'm watching on Josh's TV. He's like, are you serious? And he hangs up. Now, Josh told me later that he loved this immediately. He started laughing his ass off right away as soon as Charlie told him what I said. And so Charlie drove back to the house. He's like, he's not there. He's not fucking there. He's pulling our legs. He's back at the grocery store. He's fucking with us. So they get back to the house. Josh runs upstairs and sees me sitting on the couch watching TV. And he lets out this girlish squeal of laughter. And that was when Charlie knew. Charlie was so mad he didn't even want to come upstairs. But Josh was happy because normally this is the kind of thing that Charlie does to other people. And so he thought it was great to see Charlie on the receiving end of all this. A fun time was had by all. Alright, so as I said, I'll be home in a couple of days. You will probably see this video a few days after that. And after I get back, it's Game of Thrones season, so I'm going to try doing reaction videos this year now that I have a channel. Thank you in advance for liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting on this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you another time on another episode of Not So Serious Issues.